they all do. If one thing I know, I fall but I grow. I'm walking down this road of mine, this road that I go home. So am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see?
Alright, welcome to another session of SMT, Signature Mastermind Training. And today we're going to go into the 10 things that could really hurt your business and build your business at the same time if you're not mindful. Okay? Number 1, strategy. Strategy is very important in this business. Okay? You always must keep an open mind and you must always continue to want to learn in this business. Okay? Don't ever think you know everything. Continue to do research, any book, anything that someone puts in your hand about strategy, read it, learn it, practice it, role play, do whatever you need to do in order to be sharp, okay? Number 2 is about being committed versus being interested. Many people get into the business and they want to be interested. Why? Because they see the money, they see the cars, they see the lifestyle. They want to get involved in a business like this, but this business is sales. Okay, just like anything you're selling, you have to be committed. Okay, commitment means you must have to have goals in place in order to build yourself and to stay committed. Okay, these goals is what it is that's going to keep you strong and keep you motivated through the process. Okay, so keep that in mind. Number 3, fear of making mistakes and trying to look good in the business. When I first started the car, I drove in a Honda Civic, didn't have any AC, didn't have any heat. I basically would park around the block just so people wouldn't see me. That's fine, it's okay. All right, if I knew what I know now, I would park right in front of the place with my beat up car because it really doesn't matter what people think about you. Okay, do not care what people think, okay? So keep that in mind when it comes down to making sure you do not basically care about looking good, because looking good is only skin deep. Okay, I would say another thing that you want to learn, number 4, you want to make sure that you know your marketplace. Okay, knowing your marketplace is very important. Knowing how many people live there, how many people are moving, the ages of the people, how many people in the area are homeowners versus tenants. You want to learn these things and pick a nice area where there is no nice and bad area, but pick an area where you could work and do the best you could do. Okay? Now, the 5th thing I want to talk to you about is having the wrong role models. Having the wrong role models could jam you up in this business. This is why I always recommend people to find their own real estate coaches, but we do recommend a couple of coaches online that are pretty good. The reason why we say that is because your local broker or your broker doesn't have all the answers, okay? If he did, he wouldn't be probably sitting in front of you at the moment. You know, he probably would be on the beach somewhere, writing a book, okay? Or doing a training. Okay, so keep that in mind. Your role model is very important in this business of who you pick to follow and duplicate. Okay, we do have recommendations of some great trainers that we will talk about later on, but for right now, make sure that you pick the right ones. And before you even pick a role model, just focus on the fundamentals of the real estate business and see what everyone's saying. Then when you pick a role model, you make sure that they fall in line with the things that you believe and the things that are relevant in this business. Okay? Your business is open 24 hours. That's number 6. It must be. Your business must be open 24 hours. When people call you, even though you do not answer the phone every time, you must at least answer within 24 hours or call them back within 24 hours or send them a text, some type of communication. Okay, it's professional. You want to be a professional. You always want to return calls within 24 hours. Okay. Also, keep your business structured. Know exactly what it is you are doing in your business. Meaning that, number one, you must make sure you build your own database. Your database is so important. Why? Because if people are calling you and you're not saving them, then what's going to happen is that when you start looking for people to do business with, and you look for people to follow up with, and you look for people who owe you favors, and you look for people who you owe favors to, you don't even have a database of people that really know you. So you want to keep a database of people who know you, who trust you, who will work with you. You want to call them, and you want to not solicitate them, but check on them, see how they're doing. Find out if they're okay. All right? So that's really important, okay? Your database, all right? Second thing that's important is you want to make sure that you're always out in the mix. There's no money in the office besides prospecting and setting up appointments and meeting with people. The only time you're making money in real estate in the office unless you're prospecting or meeting with a prospective client. Okay, so you want to be out there. All right, so which means that you might want to go out there and do an open house, at least once a week, or once every 2 weeks. Find a house, find a real estate professional in your office who has a listing. Try to showcase that person's listing. It's fine. If they'll let you do it, it's great. If not, ask your broker. If there's any listings you could showcase, and do open houses. Market them right. Get down and dirty and get it done. Okay. Another thing you want to do is you want to basically also figure out a geographic farm area where you're going to be working. That kind of goes with marketplace, what we talked about earlier. The reason why you want to pick an area is because you want to know the target where you're going to be working on, and where you know the people where you want to work. You don't want to live too far away from the target, and you want to stay within that region. Okay? You'll be surprised what happens when you focus on a specific area where you can do a lot of business. Okay? And internet farming, letting people know that you're online and that you're doing business. Okay? Internet farming is very important, especially in this era. We're talking about Facebook. We're talking about Instagram, Snapchat, we're talking about YouTube. Okay, we're talking about all of these different websites and social media marketing, and these things are very important, especially now in this day. Okay, so keep that in mind. Another thing, you have to have a 9 to 6 mentality. Okay, the reason why I don't say 9 to 5, because a 9 to 5 mentality is not the mentality you want to have. You want to have a 9 to 6 mentality. Okay, really what I really want to say is 9 to 9, but I don't want to scare you away so quick. But there will be some days that you will be doing 9 to 9. Like today I did a 9 to 9. I'm still here at the office right now doing a training because I care about my business and I care about you. So at the end of the day, I can't go home and play with my dog, walk my dog and hang out and do some push-ups, do something I like to do, because I am here having a training for you. But it's for me, because as I'm training you, I'm training myself. So keep that in mind, all right? You want to have that mentality where you're hustling, okay? You don't want to go home unless you get a deal. Have that mentality, all right? Another problem a lot of people have, and I would just say this would be like number 7. A lot of people don't have any sales swagger because they basically try to mimic and copy off of somebody else. Have your own. Be yourself. You don't have to be someone else, and you don't even have to have swagger. Your swagger could be follow-up. Your swagger could be the way you call and your energy, when you're excited when you're speaking to people. Your swagger could be the way that you handle objections. This is swagger. Swagger could be the way that you interact with people, okay? That's swagger. You're gonna have to build that over time, but build your own and build it based on your principles, so that way you could always use it when you need to use it, all right? So keep that in mind, all right? And another thing you wanna have, I would say number 8, is that you wanna make sure you have goals. Have goals, please, and you wanna measure them, okay? Measure them, make them smart. Okay, make sure you can measure your goals. So when you have a goal of getting 15 listings a month, or 15 listings a month, honestly, is $100,000 probably every other month if you're closing. You should make about $100,000 if you're getting 15 listings a month. I'm telling you, that's top producer style. And that's not even in residential. That's probably on a small scale, okay? You wanna basically get out there and make goals, okay? Get around people and have goal parties and let some people know what you're trying to do so you have some accountability people and partners out there, all right? So keep your goals measurable, make sure. Another thing you wanna have is you wanna have a strong schedule with the things that need to be done to make business, okay? You wanna generate your schedule, you wanna make it strong, okay? You wanna have your schedule at a level where you know you're prospecting, you're marketing, you're following up, and you're tying down your deals, okay? So you have follow up, tie down your deals, prospecting, okay? These are things that you wanna have in your schedule, okay? You wanna give a little bit of time for everything that you're doing, preferably 2 hours per thing. Sometimes some tasks you'll only be doing them for an hour. Like I do prospecting for 3 hours, and then I do tie down for 2 hours because I have an assistant. I can spend less time tying down and prospecting, okay? So this is the whole thing. When you get an assistant, your business should double. If it doesn't double, then you should have a problem, okay? And that is basically the rundown when it comes to working and having your schedule. Have discipline as well. Wake up, okay? Start waking up early in the morning. It's hard, I know. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, one thing I struggle with, and I still struggle with this today, waking up at 5:20 every morning. I even forget what time I'm supposed to be waking up in sometimes because it's just torment to me, okay? You want to make sure that you're getting up at a certain time. You want to make sure that you're working out, you're staying disciplined, and not just with business and not just with real estate, with your life. I mean, be disciplined with the things that you say. You know, work on your character, you know. These are things that will make you a better salesperson and a better person overall, okay? You see, when you're in a business like sales, and this is what I speak, I can't speak for other industries. I mean, I can speak for other, I can vouch for other people in other industries, but I can't speak for other industries. I can just speak for this one. The sales industry, you have to have a positive mindset. You cannot be out there, you know, looking like a dirty glass and acting like a dirty glass and drinking dirty water and expecting you're gonna, you know, do well. You're not, okay? So keep that in mind. And I would say the last but not least important is manage your money. Oh my goodness, I could tell you that is one of the most important things. So many people get in business and they just can't manage the money. Why they can't manage the money? Because it's hard, because they're used to not even having any money. Some of them are always used to having money and not even used to even budgeting. So you have the people who have never had anything, don't even know how to budget. People who had it all don't know how to budget. And where do you fit in? Right in the middle, hopefully. And hopefully you probably fit in a higher class and in the middle, but if you do fit in the middle, understand that you have to manage your money. If you're getting in real estate and you're trying to go into real estate full time, it might take you 3 months to close a transaction, okay? Now a transaction might be about $15,000, so you might want to, you know, don't feel bad about waiting 3 months, but you shouldn't, first of all, okay, you want to be realistic with yourself and where you are at. If you know you have to make money and you're at a certain level, you got to make money, you got to figure it out, and you got to figure out what's going to make you money fast. Okay, I know I only have a month before my money's up, so let me try to do a rental. Let me make $1,000. Let me go out there and prospect every single day. Let me try to get at least 3 listings this month. So by next month, I could have 1 closing, 1 in contract, and another one I'm still showing, and then I can continue rotating. You feel what I'm trying to say? But if you're out there playing around in your first year in real estate, first 2 years, 3 years in real estate, then you're only going to get bad results. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Good money management is perfect for you in your life. I don't think there has been one. I don't think there has been even one book, major book, whether it's the Quran, whether it's Torah, whether it's the Bible, where they didn't talk about money, and money management. I think every book talks about money management. And if you're not religious, you got a lot of other books, they talk about money management. It's very important to know how to manage your money, okay? Especially when you're getting into this business, because it's so hard to get caught up, all right? So these are the 10 things that you must focus on, okay? And getting yourself, these are like the pitfalls you want to definitely watch out for. You know what I'm trying to say? And to say it again, make sure you're always thinking about strategy, new ways, okay? And new strategies. Always be committed versus being interested. Know your marketplace. Okay? Don't be fearful of making mistakes and looking good, because it doesn't matter. Okay? Pick the right role models. Alright? And also, keep in mind that your business must be open 24 hours. Okay? And, working on your database, setting up open houses, geographic farming, internet farming, those are very important. Having a 9 to 6 mentality, okay? Having goals that are measurable, and also having a good schedule, okay? With discipline, okay? And always make sure that you always focus on managing your money. Thank you and have a blessed day. SMT, Session 1.